This is part 2 to my asking permission from the land before you move forward with projects. I was staying at this beautiful beachfront house in Hana, Maui. And when we arrived there, we brought the cooler in the kitchen and the lid literally flew off the top of the cooler across the room, and I was the only one there. I was like, okay, we have some spirits here. They don't really bother me, and I'm not fearful at all because I work with them all the time. And so I cleared the energy of the place. And then that evening, it was dark outside and my kids were asleep and my husband was outside in the hot tub, and I was trying to go outside and I was locked in. I could not get out. I couldn't get the door open. And then these spirits of the land came to me and I'm like, oh my gosh, what do you want? What's going on? Obviously, you're trying to get my attention. So I connected with this, it felt like an older woman, like a shaman, a healer. And she said that they did not have permission to build this house on the land. This house was probably 75 years old, I would guess. And that she was very upset about the energy flow because it disrupted the flow of the land. And I asked, if we could make amends for what had been done and, turn this into something good and beneficial for people. And so she agreed, and we ended up clearing all the negative energy that had built up there. And she showed me how to make this, or that she wanted to make this a healing center. And so I created a healing pod called Home is Where the Heart Is, out of this experience with her in the land, where we transmuted it into this place where you could come and receive healing for your heart on the deepest level. When we're really struggling with things, where do we want to go? If you've had a semi-decent childhood, you want to go home, you want to snuggle under a blanket, you just want that comfort. And it seems like a lot of dense energy clears. Sometimes we just need some answers. And by quieting our soul, we can go within and find those. This was the kind of place that she created. And when that evening I saw these incredible visions and felt this energy of the house is this beautiful healing temple, I was just overwhelmed by the energy and the beauty of the place. And I saw everything in a completely different perspective. I feel like someone on the third dimension could come into that house and think, oh, this is mediocre, there's nothing special. But I felt like I was vibrating at a higher frequency. And from my perspective, it was the most magical, majestic, beautiful healing temple that I have ever experienced. So look what can happen when you connect with the land and connect with the spirits, give them a voice, and seek to understand and transmute some of this dense energy. I'd love to hear your stories, and if you need help, I can help.